Hey everybody, how's it going? Hi. Hey, well, welcome on in. As you might have seen in the chat, we're a couple of minutes late starting tonight. But it is only because I was trying to do good things for you, chat. I swear. Yeah, so I talk a lot of times this time of year about how, oh, if you hear booms in the background, you're just hearing our good neighbors over at Disney shooting off their fireworks. And then, sure enough, like Kingdom fireworks are like right out this window. And I was trying to get a camera set up that would actually capture it so we could like just chill and watch them together to start stream. I was like, how perfect would that be? Uh, but but our neighbor's porch has a post and it almost entirely blocks it. I can try to direct. You know what? I can just show you guys. I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold on. Maybe turn this off. Hold on. So like, do you see? Can you see it kind of out there? Maybe it's a little. Here, hold on. I got a better idea. Hold up. I'm here, chat. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. I haven't disappeared. Let's try it. Let's try it this way. All right. Hold on. You're getting like the weirdest behind the scenes tour ever of stream here. So we are getting a little bit. You see that now? Wait, no. Hold on. Turn it around. There we go. That's what I'm talking. I should have set it up over here. That was it. But there's no table here. But yeah. So here we go. This is Magic Kingdom. This is Happily Ever After. Sharing just a little bit of the Disney magic with you guys as best I can. Whee! Okay, so hold on. This is weird. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna put this back the way it's supposed to be. Just a moment. This is weirdly lit. Cool. That's okay. Hold on. Turn this guy back on. There we go. Okay. So you now you know. Now you have seen it. But I tried. It's a tough set. We will try again. And actually, what I probably just need to do is go out there and try to stream from my phone at some point. But it will have to be over. So the fun thing is, my Wi-Fi reception drops as soon as I close my front door. So I have to be on cell and not like switch back and forth. But maybe we'll do it sometime. But I can try to do a better inside the house setup for maybe next week. We'll see. I would love to have this chill time with y'all, but I did not allot enough time to properly set it up today, and my attempt failed. And then we're late, so no worries. By the way, if you're new, you're very confused right now, and I am Jeff. You can also call me Wags, and this is Wagworks GA. Wagworks GA is the name of the creative studio, I guess you call it, that I have with my wife Ashley. I'm the G, she's the A. Yeah. So, yeah, we make kids comics. That's actually what I'll be working on tonight. A comic that we do for a digital magazine with some of our other kids comics friends called CoreToons. So those are like short comics for kids with like little bits of educational stuff. They're geared for grades like kindergarten through 5th grade. We have fun. We love making it. I love our CoreToons family. We have so much fun doing it all. But you'll see some of that tonight. We'll get onto that in just a second. I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna drink some coffee, and those two things are very necessary. Okay, now that I've done those two important things, can I OBS, please? Oh, you don't have any music whatsoever. What am I doing? There's your music. I was gaming last week for our first ever third Thursday, and I've apparently never turned on my music, so that's cool. Good to learn. Good to learn. I'm coming in with some real chaotic energy tonight, apparently. Apparently that's what we're doing. So, all that aside, let's go ahead and do announcements real quick. Just catch everybody up on what is happening. Yeah, there we go. So, ta-da! Okay, so I just want to remind everybody that I'm doing third Thursdays now. That's a thing, and it's been one. It's been one so far, but it's been good times. So that's just usually I am strictly art here on the channel and talking, lots of talking. But the third Thursday of every month, we'll spend a little bit of stream, about like the first half or so, playing a game. Like we'll be gaming a little bit, and then we'll be spending the next remainder of the stream doing some art, usually inspired from the game. It might end up being that I have a deadline or something that I have to get to, but for the most part, it'll be inspired from the game. We did the first one last week. We're currently playing through Chrono Trigger. We started that on my 3rd stream anniversary. We're following Chrono, who we have named Poopy, and his friends on their whimsical journeys through time. And it's been good times. And we did a pretty fun drawing of Frog, who we have named Bob. So that was awesome. I've been having fun with that. So we'll continue with that, at least for the foreseeable future. And it's been good. Next up, I am keeping track. I still owe you guys one extra stream. Outside of my usual Thursday night schedule. We're just, I'm looking for opportunities. It's as I give the disclaimer every week, I am a dad of 2 kids. I have a day job. I have a wife, and we have a full family life. So one night a week is usually about what I can muster, but I'm always looking for new opportunities. So we'll see. I did not forget, though. I will not forget. We will keep track. I will publicly hold myself accountable. Jumping over to the art list. So it doesn't even show up that well, does it? I finished the cover for the CoreToons Tribune August issue. I'll show you guys that one when we hop over to art time in a minute here. But I finished that, and now jumping in on the comic. We still have that gigantic D&D party group illustration, but I'm on the last character, and I just have one familiar to do. I think I've got a little more time on that one, so that one will probably push back a little into August before I pick that up on stream next. Just because I have some other deadlines I'm trying to meet. So CoreToons August comic. GDQ has an awesome opportunity with the Yeti right now, where if you want to draw some art of their mascot, Velocity, and any of Velocity's friends there, you can submit it to be a part of an art bundle to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. There's still a chance to do that as part of the Yeti SGDQ art bundle. Even though SGDQ finished a couple weeks ago, or a little over a week and a half ago, there's still a chance to do it. So their deadline is July 30th, I think. So if you want to do a submission, if you are an artist, head on over to theyeti.com/GDQ. If I was prepared, I would have just had this link ready to go. But I don't roll like that. I never apparently roll that way. Yeah, I think the URL was theyeti.com/GDQ, which I think redirects to something. Hold on, I'm just confirming here before I paste it in chat. No, that's the regular GDQ selection. Okay. You can find it on their Instagram, actually. The link is right there. So I would suggest checking out Games Done Quick's Instagram if you're an artist and you want to do it. Yeah, that's the recommendation. There is still time, albeit a week. It's due a week from today. I haven't started mine yet, but I have a couple sketches and I would love to do it. So we'll see where that all goes. After that, then we've got I need to fill out my Twitch page. It's been 3 years and I have done almost nothing since I initially set up the page. So I'll be doing some art for that at some point in the future. And I owe you guys emotes, man. I have a few that I've done, but I need to be making some more emotes. So that also will be a thing that's happening. But aside from that, tonight is a CoreToons night. We're working on our August issue, and Ashley and I have not finished our comic yet. She wrote it, and she even sketched out the first draft of it, and I've started thumbnails. We'll be tightening up those thumbnails a bit, getting into pencils, and or maybe just straight into inks tonight. So that is the plan, and that does it for announcements. Hold on. Whee! Okay. Before we do any of that, though, we will warm up. So I'm gonna go ahead, do a couple things here. One, gonna get a blank canvas going over in Clip Studio. And then I'm gonna bring my OBS over here. Oh, I need to do that. Okay. All right, there we go. Look at that. Just wonderful. Cool. All right. I am vaguely organized. It's great. I highly recommend it. He says, looking desperately for his arts, his OBS art overlay. Okay, here we go. Oh man, it's been kind of an insane last couple of weeks, to be honest. We're winding down our summer here in the Wagner household, and I think everybody's wound a little bit tight. It's been good. But there's just been a lot of craziness. So, all right. Let me do that. Okay. So, if you've watched the stream for any length of time whatsoever, you will know that what we do for Warmup here is we draw Pokemon. And we don't just draw a single Pokemon. We do things a little more chaotically. So we're going to have 2 randomly generated Pokemon, randomly picked Pokemon that we're going to fuse together in a single drawing. And it's just a warm-up. It's just for fun. So we'll spend about 5 minutes on it. We'll probably get a quick sketch in. It's not going to be anything finished. I may get into some more pencil-ish territory if things are going really well, or if they're very complicated. I may have barely finished like rough shapes, figuring out how these 2 Pokemon smush together. So, what I will say is I definitely encourage you to join along. If you, whether you're an artist or not, I think that creative time is very important for everyone. So, let's go ahead and pick our random Pokemon real quick. Let's see. First things first, I will bring up this. Okay. All right, let's see what we get tonight for Pokemon. And this is like literally picking from every single one of them. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. All right, so we've got Dubwool, the evolution of... oh my gosh, Jeff, come on. I had it in my head and my brain totally blank. It's the Galarian basic sheep. Wooloo, it's Wooloo. Yeah, so it's the evolution of Wooloo, and we've got Diglett, but not just any Diglett, we've got Alolan Diglett. Which is different only by the fact that it has 3 tiny little hairs on its head. So, that is what we're going to be rolling with. So I'm going to drop that while I quickly pull up reference, just so we have those handy while we're drawing. So that'll be just a second while we bring it up. No worries, no worries. That is gigantic. Wait, what is happening with this custom? Hold on, I don't like this canvas. This doesn't look like my usual canvas. Okay, that's the problem. There we go, much better. Get rid of you. All right, better, so much better. So here's Dubwool. Gonna go ahead and just label some layers as we go. Okie doke, and then we'll get Alolan Diglett right on in there. There we go, there's our guy. Or gal. This is gonna be an interesting mashup. I'm just gonna say it. And if you've never had the joy of seeing Alolan Doug Trio, the evolution of Alolan Diglett, well, let me just share that with you right now. Is right here. Look at this guy. Just the hair gets me every time. Okay, but we don't need that. I'm gonna turn that off. I'll label this one. So there's that. Bring our sketch layer up to the top. Okay. All right, so yeah, y'all know the drill. It's gonna be a 5-minute timer. We're just loosening up and having a good time with it. I very much encourage you to draw along. Yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping and 5-minute timer starts. Yeah. It's bigger so you can probably see the actual timer in there. All right. So I do think this guy needs to be coming up out of the ground. It just seems kind of like a requirement here. The Alolan ground is, you know, being the Pokemon World equivalent of Hawaii. It is more of a volcanic type rock. So we'll get some of these kind of like tougher, more, you know, air cooled and hardened layers that would have been, you know, exposed to the air longer versus the bits underneath that would have been still kind of molten. All right, so we got our rock. Now, I mean, this is the shape of a Diglett, roughly. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna end up being kind of just a meme. If I think of a better, more serious way to draw this, I will. We'll give it the nose, right? And we'll give it a little bit of Diglett eye and a little bit of Dubwool eye. And I think what we really need is just like the floof to be just like exploding out. So there's the nose. So it actually, the floof would still be coming out here too. Actually draw a little bit of floofs around the face there. I don't really know where this is going. Okay. So we have an option here, right? We could, by all means, we could totally just leave the horns off. On one hand, the horns are such a major feature of Dubwool that it feels kind of weird to not have them. but this does feel like it kind of honors. Oh no. Okay. Some of these just, they're challenging in ways that I never expected. I think the nose needs to go up. I think maybe we have like a little bit of the coloration come in from Dubwool to kind of bring in some of that. Maybe we do like little baby horns coming out. This is huh. Okay. Do we give it the little hairs on its head though, or just kind of like keep it this like little angry, fluffy, burrowing guy? Maybe, okay, hold on. Maybe if we round this a little bit more and erase this, right? Then we can just kind of bring this whole chunk down here. And maybe we actually leave these sides a little bit unobscured by the floopy hair. The floopy hair comes out a little bit there and there, but like here we see that like very signature ditto top of the head shape, and then the horns kind of actually don't go that way. Okay, hold on. The horns do go more like this, which would make sense too, right? If it's burrowing, you would definitely not want horns pointing forward. They would constantly be getting stuck, so you'd need horns that are pointing backwards. Okay, I know the timer went off, by the way, so I'm just gonna turn that guy off right there. Bye timer. All right. On one hand, this is very hard. On the other hand, it's such an interesting problem of combining these two things that I think it's kind of fun to try and do. Okay. Right, what if I just make the floof not sticking out over the top of the rock, so it's like kind of wedged in there and it's like popped out on the sides? Okay, I am happy with this. This is kind of cute and kind of fun. Okay, so the last thing that we do, right, always, is we have to give it a name. At first I thought like, oh, Diglett, but I mean, how do you look at this? How do you look at this and call it anything other than Dubwool? I mean, I don't even, yeah, I don't know. And we would call it an Alolan Dubwool? I think so. I think we do. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I formally present to you the rare Alolan Dubwool. I just love this little grumpy underground face. It's great. I must be doing something right if I'm cracking myself up, right? That's what I'm gonna keep telling myself. Okay, cool, good talk. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Digital artist, always make sure to save your work. Friendly reminder. What was I even trying to say there? Friendly reminder. Alright. So, with that, we have completed our warm-up time. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit of CoreToons. So, here's my thumbnails. Before I get too much further into that, I have... Where are you? Oh my gosh. There we go. I have a cover. So this is the final. We started this sketch on stream and inked a little bit of it as well, but I have finished it already off stream, and it's ready to grace our cover. So this is, if you know CoreToons, Felix is the cat of, or one of the cats of Sarah, one of our other CoreToonists, who is also like the founder, the one who kind of did the Nick Fury thing and assembled the entire team. And Felix just kind of became our poster cat for the magazine. So this is our 6th issue. We promised a 6-issue run with it a year. So about every 2 months. And Felix has in some form been the cover image on all 6 of them. So this is our back to school issue, so it seemed only appropriate to get him, in some way interacting with books. And of course you've got Earl E. Worm right there to his side. Our other mascot that you actually see throughout the pages of the digital magazine. And I am so glad. So I had thought of like this elaborate like crisscross strap thing for the backpack. And Sarah was like, I know it doesn't make physical sense, but can we just try it with like the straps regular? And I did, and my life was so much simpler, and I think I actually like it a lot better. So kudos to Sarah for pointing that one out. I'm happy with how that came out by like a lot. So yeah, that's our cover. I'm happy with this one. This one came together relatively fast too. It turns out, hear me out, chat, when you're not drawing 23 characters and you're not also drawing intensely complicated architecture, it turns out that drawings go faster when you choose those things, is what I've relearned here. So that's nice. I like that. I like it when things come together quickly. All right, so this is the comic. This is what we're working on tonight. So this is, it starts out, our comics almost all start out with an Ashley sketch. So we have, that's not the one. Come on, where are you? Here we are. This is where I divided up into panels, but the original is right here. So Ashley writes it all out. She actually does a lot of the work figuring out camera angles and stuff like that, or at least recommending them, kind of getting some of the important visual reads that we have in the comic itself, and then I come in and tweak it. So I take what she has started, and then I come in and add just a little bit on top. Well, first I split it, and then from there I go ahead and start to thumbnail everything out. I had originally wanted to make it where the girl in our comic is Chloe. This is Chloe and Corey. They are the stars of our Sunny Skies comic series. But where she was going to be like spiking the volleyball, but perhaps that was a little too violent to have it directing at poor defenseless Corey over here, who's just living his best life, taking a selfie on his phone. But this is where we're at, so I'm going to make a few adjustments here. We're going to finish thumbnails, and I'm probably just going to go straight to inks instead of, a lot of times I like to go to a little bit cleaner sketch lines, which, pencils is what I typically refer to that as. Some artists would refer to this level as their pencils. I kind of overdo it myself. I like to make almost every decision in terms of composition and detail and all that before I ink, so that I can spend all of my inking brain power on line weight and stuff like that. But I might try just doing it a little bit quicker here. Save myself a whole step, even if the inking step takes a little bit longer. So, yeah. We're just going to jump in and start making some adjustments here. And kind of tightening up the thumbnails a little bit. So. Also adding in, because Ashley had some dialogue, I can add that in myself too. Actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure that the font is consistent throughout everything, but I do want to just double check that I'm using the right font here. It's been a minute since I made one of these. Oh, it's also tricky because we don't have a lot of dialogue in Sunny Skies. It's almost, as our young reader series, it's almost entirely wordless. You know, trying to capture that and make it a little bit easier to get into the science part of it for that younger part, like the kindergarten part of our age range. So I'm just double checking on this font because I do want to get it right. We do have a word here or there. Okay, that was before we changed the font. Meanwhile, I hope you're all jamming out to this music because it's amazing. This is the Game Chops DJ Cutman remix of the Telltale Heights music from Link's Awakening, which is probably one of my favorite chiptunes. Okay, yeah, got it. So yeah, what I'm doing now is just gonna add the text in. There's really just the one panel that has it. All right, let's go ahead and fix that font. There we go. I should probably add punctuation, right? I mean, I wouldn't know about those word things. I'm just a lowly artist. Actually, hold on. This is going to try to make it as another part of this layer. And just going to revert my font. Cool. Okay. So thankfully, like Ashley had already laid in speech bubble, so I kind of had a vague idea. I did read you a little bit of the perspective and the composition of this particular panel, but she'd already laid it in, so I didn't have to really worry too much about it. Usually if I were doing it from scratch myself, I would go ahead and lay in the text first, just to make sure that I'm leaving enough room for it in the art. Because when you don't do that, it turns out you end up with either really scrunched text bubbles, covered up art, or oh gosh, when there was a seminar we saw for Kids Comics Unite, and like one artist was talking about this problem, and like I think they called it like the head smusher, the head smasher, like the text bubble that is just like right up touching against the character's head because you just did not leave enough room for it. So I strive to avoid that, you know. So we'll do that and that. Okay. You guys will go in the text folder. Very good. Thumbnails will go here. All right. So turn down the transparency, turn the text also to lighter. And I'm going to start a vector layer for my inks. Now, a lot of times I'll go, like, I'm kind of remembering my process as I do all this, because it's been a few months since I've done a CoreToons comic, I think. Or really any comics digitally. I've done more illustrations as of late. But this one I'm actually just kind of having, the panels are split, but it's actually just a continuous layer underneath. Sometimes I'll do it where each panel has its own set of background layers, which that has its own advantages, but just for a little bit of layer simplicity, I'm gonna do it this way. I think I use 12 usually for that. Yeah, that seems like a good weight. Actually, I may do a little bit of layering based on like foreground and background, just because it makes my life a little bit easier. I think I will keep the line tool just for this volleyball net. Well, that's pretty good. I will be doing a little bit of cleanup on these like super duper messy lines in a second here. But right now I'm just trying to get as fluid of a stroke as I can, if that makes sense. By doing the whole line segment kind of in one go, it lets it be a little bit, gives a little more life to it, I guess I would say. I might actually... No, I don't think I'll do that. I'm trying to figure out exactly how many layers I want to separate out here for adjustment later. Yeah, front foreground. This isn't going to be confusing at all, choosing this way to label it. I'm sure it's going to be just great. Oh gosh, this is from all the Kingdom Hearts stuff. Definitely not me loading up reference of my own characters. Really just Corey's hair is what I want to focus on getting right here. Okay. Seems good. That is a bit too much. We've got a little bit of a cloud situation going on. Oh, right. Does anybody want to tell me what I did wrong here? You're welcome to do so if you want to. Let me just like let me turn up these thumbnails a bit. Yeah, so I gave him a hat in the thumbnail, which I actually really wanted to keep. It's fine. Everything was fine. I'm not crying. You're crying. So we'll erase this. I do want to keep kind of the spiky bang situation going on. Maybe it'll be coming through like the front part of the hat. So we're just gonna end the hat there. Do a little adjustable section. There we go. Okay, so far so good. So actually, so you'd be holding the phone like this, right? So looking at so we just need to line the arm that way, right? So yes, this arm looks totally natural. At least that's the idea. That's the idea of it. But we've got the hand. So maybe what we do here is we rotate it a little bit. Bring it out a little bit more so it's not like smushed right against his face, because that is not going to be a great photo anyway. Make sure the arm line continues. But what I am seeing is, okay, so this is our aged down version of the characters, and I think I need to fix at least this line on the arm. Okay, hold on, I see you. I think what we do is this. We do smush it in a little bit because his arms are short. That is, and I'll make it just a little thinner too. I think that will also do a little bit to age him down slightly. And I think we can also just do this. Just that, and one more. Okay. I think that does what I was hoping for. Yeah, just don't want to over. Dadix, hey, how's it going? Welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. How are you guys doing tonight? It's good to see y'all. Let me go ahead. Boop. Everybody, you should please go follow Dadix if you're not doing it already. I have been really enjoying a lot of his art that he's been doing. He's especially some cool anime style stuff he's been doing. Yeah, what were your streamers tonight? Grab a sip of coffee for a second. Ooh, rhythm game night. What have you, which rhythm game have you been playing? I am not spectacular at rhythm games, but I also absolutely love rhythm games. It's a very cruel combination, honestly. Let's go in. We sound Volta. Okay, interesting. I feel like the name sounds familiar, but I have no mental picture of what that one is like. How are you liking it? Okay, I think that reads all right. You're not the best. Dude, it's like, when you see people who are like pros at rhythm games, it's crazy. It's super fun. Nice. So, all right. Sound Voltex. I am going to put that in a search bar to check out later, because I do enjoy it. Oh, so there's like an arcade machine version of it too. That's awesome. Dude, they're like, I don't know if you've watched much of the Games Done Quick marathons, but a lot of the times there'll be like a rhythm game segment or evening where they'll bring in like the big arcade machines, and it's always so crazy cool to see those. Oh my gosh. Actually, it was the game, this last one, Summer Games Done Quick. I know it wasn't the arcade machine that I saw, but they did Rift of the Necrodancer, and the runner was Quacksilver, and she was just like amazing. She actually did blindfolded one of the tracks, like on like the impossible difficulty. It was insane. And just like looking at it, I think she was like just casually run, like not casually, but doing it like blindfolded, got like 14th in the world. It's amazing. It's like so much respect for people who can do that. All right, say let's add a little net to our net. You bought a controller that's the same as the cabinet? Oh man, that's awesome. So I think my totally unrealistic life dream is to have like a DDR cabinet in like my garage or something. That would be amazing. Not realistic though. Volleyball. What does a volleyball look like again? Let's just pull up that reference. I know it's got like the segment. Okay. I am going to use this reference because the colors on it make it easy to follow what's happening. That's right. I forgot how copyrights can do that, especially in music games. That's really tricky. But you'll still have it. It'll be up on your VODs channel, right? So if I wanted to check it out, I could do that. All right, so basically it's got these interwoven parts. They kind of come together, some of them at this tri-point like that, right? Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'll take it. And then we'll just do this and invert it. We'll do a new layer here. Fill this. All right, and now it looks like everything's on the same layer, even though it's not. Do you have like a favorite track so far? How does this look if I turn this off? Does that look okay? I think it looks okay. I'll take it. Okay. Put you off to the side for now. Okay, so now we need to add Chloe in back here. That's gonna be weird. I will figure this out. So if I go here, select you. I know why. Okay. Okay. Promising. Promising. Maybe this works. I love it. Okay. And we go ahead and fill that as well. All right, I think we're in business. Boop. Okie dokie. If you were, you know, not seeing chat and wondering why I made the boop sound, that's the sound I make when I ban bots that are trying to sell more bots. Because we don't do that here. Fire Away by Lapix. Okay. I'm always looking for good music. I always enjoy it, so taking note. Just taking note. Once again, to check out later, but well, thank you. I hope you had a good time. It sounds like a lot of fun. I feel like rhythm games are always a really good energy. Don't mind me once again making the facial expressions that I'm trying to draw on my characters. You're not bad, but you're not at the pro level. So like what, I don't know what the difficulty for Sound Voltex is, but like what out of like the top or out of the number of difficulties, like what difficulty, like where in that do you usually play at then? Again, I don't really know. I just out of curiosity for like out of the possible difficulties, how high up do you play? Like I've played a bit of the Final Fantasy music game, Theatre Rhythm Final Fantasy. I had it for 3DS and I played all the way through on that back when I was like a commuter. But I got it mostly for the kids for Switch, but I played a bit and I've only gotten up to like the second difficulty level so far, just because I haven't really had time to invest in it. So I guess full disclosure, I'm not asking to judge your skill. I am just curious and expecting that I will likely be impressed. They are playing at the beach in the sand, so they are probably not wearing shoes, Jeff. Okay, that is not what a human foot looks like. Oh, gosh. No. Closer? Closer. I do a sound effects. So difficulties can go from 1 to 20. Okay, I mean, if you are in the back half of that, like, that is amazing. Because, like, if it's anything like a lot of the rhythm games that I've seen run, like, the beats per minute can get kind of crazy, and at that difficulty level, like, dude. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I know in the little bit of rhythm games that I've played, I almost always do better at my favorite songs, largely because I know them. Like, I also, like, I listen to them a lot, and so I know exactly where the song is going, which is such a big help. I did love, like, a little bit of Guitar Hero and Band Hero back in the day as well. Those were great. Definitely had a Dance Dance Revolution dance mat for PlayStation 2, I think. Maybe I put this on its own layer? I don't know. I kind of think I do. I think I got a little bit wonky right here. Let's just straighten that out. Clean that up. Okay, that works for me. So what I might be able to do here, see, this is why I always draw things on so many separate layers, is that I can do stuff like this. Okay, I like that. I think that works. Let's go ahead and do a background. Oh man, I ended up, I think, getting rid of a lot of my old stuff. Especially by the time we adopted our second kid. I was like full-time remote. I just didn't have the time for gaming anymore, like, really, and I cleared out a lot of my old gaming stuff, thinking like, oh, but then obviously, you know, it resurrects a bit with the kids, but you know, I think, you know, we still get used out of like the DS and the 3DS, and like occasionally we boot the PS3. That looks like it's gonna hurt. Is it? So it's a good point, and it's a question that I have, because like this is a younger audience, and you know, we generally, especially for CoreToons, we don't do anything really super like violent or implied injury. Like, I wanted it to be silly, but I'm hoping it's not like super like super alarming, like someone's gonna get like seriously injured. I'm trying to figure out if it's the right balance. Originally, she was spiking it, and I think that implied a lot more injury. So I did try to, you know, calm it down a little bit. But I may also ask our CoreToons friends of like, hey, is this cool? We'll have to see. But it's also a good reminder. Please do not pause for a selfie in the middle of a beach volleyball game. It's a built-in safety warning for children. No, why do I keep making that so big? Okay. That's good, man. A few low clouds. Just to be like, hey, this is the sky. Just so you all know, this is the sky here. There's clouds. And my ocean may be a little bit too wavy on that side. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Okay, a lot less aggressive. That's good. I may still run it by them, but I do. Thank you. That does help me feel a little bit better. Oh, you didn't know that the Wii could play GameCube games? Yeah, that was such a great feature. I was very thankful for that, especially because my GameCube, well, my Wii and my GameCube both suffered the same fate. The CD reader, like, motor just died, so it wouldn't any longer spin the discs, which was a real bummer. At least I had a couple digital games on Wii. Like some of the NES, SNES, and N64 classics I'd gotten at the time, like maybe 1 or 2 WiiWare titles. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look when we take the thumbnails off. Okay. I think we're all right here. The line weights are like a little bit rougher than I usually would like, but I feel pretty happy with it. It has a little bit of a looser energy to it, and I'm gonna try following that for this moment. So let's bring thumbnails back. I am gonna grab my water bottle. I'll be right back. Here we go. I'm good. We good. Okay. On to panel 2. I think a 10 brush size will work here. Oh, I almost forgot though. I did want to that little gap in her hair. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, what game was that? I had heard a rumor that, what was it, Metroid Other M for Wii had like a soft lock point. Actually, wait, I don't make them. Okay, we got an ice cream cone in there. A Fantastic Four game. Oh, that's all. It is so, like, I think it's so fun to sometimes like think back about some of the titles there that were so prevalent back then. Like I feel like the movie license games have really calmed down since that era. But yeah, it used to be like every movie just about felt like it had a licensed game. At least every movie that was like a somewhat like either younger or more action oriented audience tended to get that. Like so many shovelware games. Which is like, it's weird because on one hand, like, oh, like a lot of those were just kind of hastily thrown together games to cash in on the popularity of a particular like intellectual property. So, hey, you know, you know, the average quality of games is probably increased for them not being like made as much anymore. But at the same time, there's something so comfortably cheesy about it. The part of me was like, aw, I miss it. Back then they could gamble on release. Yes! Oh my gosh, you're so right. You were oh, what a time. What a time. It was wild. Because yeah, that was not actually, if I'm remembering correctly, that was not that uncommon back then. It's just like, I'm having the artist equivalent of what are my hands supposed to be doing right now. Like for this character, like what okay, so you're eating ice cream, what is your hand doing? What does your hand do? What does a human do with their hand while they're eating ice cream, guys? Oh man, you know, I just remembered, Dadix, like when back then, because Guitar Hero was like so popular on all the home consoles, they did, was it for DS? Or it might have been DS or it might have been the PlayStation Portable. They did it was like Guitar Hero, but it was with like an accessory that was like the guitar frets, so you could actually like do the guitar thing with your like portable system, kind of. So interesting. Such a unique time, I feel like. Okay. Now I might need that hair reference. The real artist challenge. Can you draw a brain freeze? Yeah, like, yeah, how the games now take up so much storage space. But yeah, it's I think it's really interesting how, especially when you saw like PS2 and PS1 era, once developers like kind of figured out how to juice, I mean, well, I guess any console really, it's more noticeable, I feel like, in older consoles because what they were able to push them to do towards the end of the console lifespan was so much punching above their weight, I feel like. Yeah, I feel with modern consoles, I think the bar is really high, right, for the graphics and everything. So it's hard to, even the improvements that they get are a lot of times, I feel like, kind of very subtle for our eyes, just because of how far it's come. But I don't play a lot of, you know, I don't play any PS5 or Xbox. Like, I don't play a lot of the bigger modern consoles. This is not, you know, I'm not here doing a lot of gaming on PC with, you know, an amazing graphics card. So I'm probably not the best person to comment on it, but I still feel like seeing older consoles, how they could get some of the like amazing graphics and performance out of them was super cool. Maybe I'm just being really rough on poor Corey here. I feel like giving him the ice cream headache, or maybe he could actually look like he's eating ice cream with like a head injury. Is that where I want to go? Yeah, well, I agree 100%. I think also we're in a really nice like renaissance, is that the word I'm looking for, with games, where you've got people developing games at virtually every level of graphics of each era, right? So you've got the 8-bit games, you've got people who are literally developing like Game Boy ROMs right now for fun, you know, that either like a ROM release, or they'll actually sometimes do like a physical cartridge that if you have a working Game Boy you could play, granted not officially licensed by Nintendo. I was just talking about this with one of my friends at work, who we like to every now and then throughout the workday share some gaming chat. But yeah, it's like it's really cool, and I think that you're seeing more interest from gamers on like, what does this game play like? What's the story of this game? Versus the like, oh, it looks, you know, it just because it looks good. Because there's so many games that look really, really good. Might make that a smaller brush size just to fade it a little bit behind the hand. Do I give him the ice cream headache? I don't know. I'll talk with Ashley and see what she thinks. I was all in on it before, but I'm questioning it a little bit now. But Dadix, I do like 100% agree with you though, especially creating comics and getting acquainted with like storytelling. I feel like has made me so much more appreciative of good storytelling, and realizing like that is something that I do care about in my games. Because like I think about some older games, and it's like, this is literally the gameplay is the game, and maybe they threw together just enough elements of story to like vaguely make it seem like you have a motivation for what you're doing. But for the most part, it's the gameplay is the reason for the game. He is leaning a little bit. I need to fix that. What's a game or a show I would die on the hill for? I'm trying to think if I have any particularly like interesting takes on this. Because for sure I would my all-time favorite game, I think, still is Chrono Trigger, the Squaresoft at the time RPG. It came out, I think, right after Final Fantasy VI, somewhere in the vicinity of Final Fantasy VI. But it was kind of an all-star team of creators, including Dragon Ball Z artist Akira Toriyama. The sound wasn't Uematsu. Who was it? Yasunori Masuda, I think, did the music for it. It was so good. I've been playing a little bit of it on stream the last month. And that one I will always be like, this game is excellent. Like, it introduced so much stuff. And it just was fun. Also, like, they added New Game Plus to it. It was one of the few earlier Square games that has New Game Plus. So once you beat it, you could essentially go back and, like, you know, breeze through the game and just appreciate the story without having to worry about all the like leveling and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. How about you? Like, what would you say? That's what I'll call that. These are like the umbrellas underneath the tables. I will say runner-ups for my all-time favorite game include Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 3. What else would I say is like right up there? I think Sonic 2. There's some newer ones too, but Mario Kart Double Dash, actually. I loved that game and had really good, unique two-player mechanics in addition to being just a fun one-player game. That is another one for sure. Let's see, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a background fill on these guys. I will also say I was very late to the Minecraft party, but I have come around a lot and very much understand what people like so much about it. That does not seem to be doing what I want. I'm also a huge fan of like fighting games, even though I don't don't currently play them or have a lot of skill with them. Like Street Fighter was very formative for me. And Pokemon is clearly one that I just always enjoy. Oh, Sonic 06. Nice. That's a little bit of a rare opinion, but I think honestly what I'm more interested in always is like every game. I feel like every game ever released, there is at least one person to whom that game has a very special like place in their heart. It's like a very special memory to them. And I think that's usually, to me, what's more interesting than like what some critic says about the game. I think it's always cool to hear people talk about what their favorite game is, or what that game is that is kind of an unpopular opinion, but is good. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Why is this being obnoxious to me? I've got my frames as the reference layer, so if I just select this, okay. Select that. Oh, Code Lyoko, dude, that show was on when I was in undergrad, I want to say, in college. It might have been late high school, but it was one of those ones where if I got back from class like early, I might take a break before doing homework and put that on. Because yeah, I remember that one. It was so interesting to me. I did not follow enough to really learn the plot, but it was very interesting to me. For me, I would, for shows, oh my gosh. I have a couple, I might say. I don't know if you watched the DC like Arrowverse shows on the CW, but I would say of those, especially Legends of Tomorrow was one that really it was just so quirky and fun, and I really loved it. Why when I invert this is it not doing what I want it to do? I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so Legends of Tomorrow is one that I would actually, it's kind of, I think, a classic. And there's another one. The other one is Mystery Science Theater 3000. I was so into that show from a very young age. I was so excited when I found out they brought it back, even though I haven't kept up as much now that they've brought it back. I am just so very happy to know it's in existence. Why? Okay. I will just deal with not having a background for this because I'm trying to do all these smart things to select and it's just not quite working out, and I will live with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and just start drawing our background. I feel like Mystery Science Theater really really cemented a lot of my sense of humor as a kid, and it was just fun, right? It was just really silly fun and finding joy in things that a lot of people think are terrible, in terms of movies that are generally regarded as not great. And of those specifically, when they did the Gamera movies, those were my favorite MST3K episodes. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that part of my what got me started on the route of becoming fascinated with Japan was watching those movies on MST3K. That would be, I would not be shocked at all. Ugh, I really wanted to be able to put that white background in there, but I'm gonna just live with it. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead and drag these guys across just to make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, that's good. So are you familiar with Mr. Science Theater at all? I think they even have a channel here on Twitch, honestly. At least they used to. Heard the name. Yeah, so the idea of it is it's I mean, it's the plot is like, okay, there's this guy who, you know, works at a science place, right? And it's actually an evil science place, and his bosses don't like him, so they literally shoot him into space to conduct experiments on his mind by making him watch really bad movies and see how, like, his mental health declines. But that's just like the setup for the show. They don't spend crazy amounts of time talking about it, because the main part of the show, every show, is that they show the bad movie. And the idea is that the guy has invented these robots using loose parts on the, like, spare parts on the ship, and the robots are like his friends, and they sit and they watch the bad movies and they, like, laugh at them and make jokes about what's happening, and just have fun. So, like, there is a story, and I don't know if they've done, I know that they swapped out leads at one point, so they had to do a story thing for that, and they played a little bit with the idea, and I let them do a lot of gags, but the main thing wasn't the story of the show. It was mainly just, like, the setup to be able to show the bad movies and have fun with it. So it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Actually, my mom just came across recently, she sent a picture of for one of my, like, school art projects. It was sculptured, and I did a sculpture of the main character from the early seasons of the show. That was my school art sculpture. I was very into it, as I might have said. Okay, straight lines, Y. Yes, okay, close enough. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, I can do better scribbles than that. And yes, I am drawing where I'm going to be just covering up with this umbrella anyway, but because I like to shift things around sometimes, I would much rather have it there and not need it than have to redraw it later. Yes, I know that part. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, we actually have that DVD for the car for Lion King 1.5. It's the bit, yeah, with all, and then there's like all the Disney characters coming in. I love that you know that bit. Yeah, we do reference that one from time to time in our house still, and definitely we have a DVD player in our car. We're still rocking it, and we definitely play that one every now and then. Okay, that's a little crammed. We can fix that. Okay. Yeah, you know, I haven't looked as much at any of the newer DVDs we've gotten. At least they used to have them as bonus features on DVDs, right? I know the Incredibles DVD has some, and those are pretty great. We always, it's like only a minute long, like blooper reel, but it's pretty hilarious. Okay, that lettering is at least a bit more consistent. I like that better. Okay, so let's go. Oh goodness. Okay, turn you off. Turn you off. Do that. Because now, at least if I turn the background on, that'll be covered up so I can see that realistically. So I think this is just going to be the way that I have to do it. Okay, there we go. I just like being able to see better what'll be see-through. Goodness, how's it already 11:50? It's just flown by tonight. Okay. Nope. I thought I had that at least covered up. There we go. Okay. I swear this will all make sense in a second. It's fine. Everything's fine. That is not how you hold a book. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I am kind of sketching this out. I will have to tighten up a lot of these inks later, but I'm just trying to get... I made this thumbnail a lot looser, so I'm having to think out some of this in kind of an intermediate step, just to get some of the details nailed down. Like this? Is that like I'm doing? You can't see what I'm doing with my hands down here, but like this, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, how do I read a book about trains? Okay, so my hands. Okay, so it's actually coming not from the sides. I don't read it like this. I hold from the underside. Yes, I'm. Trains and how they work. Good times. Yeah, so hold this from the underside. Usually thumbs are here, and then if I'm holding it, like turning a page, it's actually the whole one hand is supporting, and like this. Okay. I know not everything has to be 100% physically realistic, but I do like it to at least make sense. Actually, the arm might be coming in at a different angle then. Like this. And then this hand would be here, because she's like turning a page. Okay, I kind of like that. The leg out like that, crossing over. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, tell you what. I'll tell you what. It's 11:55. 2 panels inked is pretty good progress, given that we only have been going for the last hour or so in earnest on this. So I'm pretty happy here. I'm gonna go ahead and save. We'll call it for art time for tonight and head over to just chatting to wrap it up for the evening. Let me see, but to bring OBS back over here. Good deal, good deal. Okay, there we go. That works. All right. So let's see what's going on. I'll just hop into final announcements here real quick. This is, we covered this at the beginning of the show, beginning of stream, but just for good measure. So as a reminder, third Thursdays are a thing now. At least for the time being. So the third Thursday of every month. The next one, we did July already, so the next one will be August. The 20th. August 20th will be our next third Thursday. And that's when we're just gonna chill out, and like for the first hour or so of stream, I'll be playing through, continuing on Chrono Trigger. And then we'll come back for the second half and do some drawing based on kind of what we explored in the game. So that's been fun. I've been enjoying that a lot. At least having done the one. So that'll be August 20th. Unless there's anything earth-shattering going on that needs to change that. I still owe everybody one extra stream at some point. Stay tuned. It's not imminent, but I do want to make sure I do it. We're working on the CoreToons Tribune August comic now. I'm going to be working on an off stream as well because I want to make sure that we get this done in plenty of time. So the next time you see this comic, it will be further along. I will also be working on, I really want to do, I know it's not really, I didn't commit to anything. It's not a requirement, but I really wanted to do the Games Done Quick art for the art collection that they're doing through the Yeti. That's due a week from today. Aside from a couple sketches, I haven't started. So we'll see. I would like to do it. That will probably not be a stream thing, just because of the fact that next stream would be like the night it's due. And that's close even for me. So probably, if I do it, I'll show you guys what I did, but it won't be on stream. And we'll probably be working on CoreToons, finishing up the comic, or at least getting a lot further next week. After that, it'll be kind of a split thing. So I expect my D&D campaign will be picking back up maybe in September. So I've got a little time to finish that. But going into August is probably when we'll pick back up on the Dungeons & Dragons group illustration. And in the meantime, I do want to finish out some art for my Twitch panels. I want to do some more emotes because I definitely haven't filled out all my slots there. Also, I want to do some Disney art, and I'm thinking it might be fun as we go into Halloween season to do something there. So I haven't added it to the art list officially yet, but we'll see. I would like to do that. So that is where we are at. Yeah. Well, guys, that does it. That was. It felt very quick, but it was good. Probably because I started a little bit late because I tried to get the fireworks set up for y'all, but it didn't quite happen the way I wanted. But we did see it. Maybe next time. Maybe next time when I'm actually a little more prep. But in the meantime, hey, if you had a good time, I'll be back. I'll be back next Thursday. So Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. That is my usual stream time. If I do find a time during which I can do an additional stream, I will try to notify you guys either here, like during announcement time, or via a Twitch story. And I will make that announcement ahead of time. So keep an eye out for that. It's not imminent that I know of, but sometimes an opportunity just presents itself. So I will do my best to let everybody know. Yeah, what else we got going on? If you like my art, any that you've been seeing scrolling through or that I've been working on, you can find more of it. I did more. That's over at Instagram, WagWorksGA. Also, you can check out past streams are archived fully on YouTube. Usually I get them up like the Wednesday before the next stream. So like yesterday evening, last week's stream went up on our YouTube page. The VODs are here on Twitch, and I publish those almost immediately after stream ends. I just need to do a little bit more, descriptions and thumbnails and all that good stuff. I do timestamps over on YouTube, so it just takes me a little bit of time to get to all that, which is why there's about a little under a week delay to get it out. Also, there's a couple edited videos up there as well. Eventually, I'll do more. I promise. I will. And the best place to see like a lot of my work, and also the comic and graphic novel projects that Ashley and I do together, is at our website, which is just www.wagworksga.com. So if you want to check that out, you can see some of our ideas for graphic novel projects that we've done. Some of our slice of life comics. We've got like the D&D art is over there. My portfolio is over there. All the Chinese, the Lunar New Year, like zodiac animals are over there. So that's probably the best single place to check out anything. And we also have a store there. So if you want to actually purchase some of our art, you can find it there. What else is going on tonight? What else do I have before I sign off? He was not able to make it tonight, but I did want to shout out Frank. Friday Night Frankie is our moderator here on the channel, and he also does comics and games. I haven't seen him stream in a minute, but I will give him a shout out just so we can all show him some love. He works overnights now, so he's not often able to make it to stream, but we all show a little bit of love and just appreciation for all the time he spent. He's one of the early followers of this channel, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that shout out there. Also, you can go ahead and if you want to check out his actual comics, you can check him. You can check those out over on Instagram at Loosey Goosey Comic. Just a little plug for Frank, for all he does. So, what else do I got? I think that's it, guys. Datix, hey, it's been so nice chatting with you. It's always nice to also learn that there's another rhythm game appreciator out there. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you everybody who's been here, even if you've been lurking. We are a lurk positive stream. I'm never gonna call you out. I just appreciate the fact that you're here. Likewise, if you're watching the VODs, you are welcome to just watch them and go on with your day. If you enjoyed it and you felt like you wanted to leave a like or a comment or a subscribe or a follow, whatever is appropriate based on the platform you're at, those are all great ways to also support me and just show a little extra love, and I do appreciate it. I just appreciate you all being here and watching and letting me share this time with you. I say it just about every week, but this is really a happy Zen time for me where I just get to sit and share with you guys and chat and draw. It's a great way to unwind. So thank you all for being part of this space. I really appreciate it. I think that does it, guys. This is another Wagworks stream in the books. So everybody, please have a good week. Have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your night. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.